Yo, this is Wayne.
This is Dan.
And this is Billy.
And this is Faulty Logics.
Alright, so before we get into everything today, last week we mentioned stuff about the Christmas stuff. I went to one of them, which was the cavalcade of lights. That was the tree and firework and that shit, right?
Yeah, how was it?
It was the fucking worst thing ever in my entire life.
Why'd you even go?
Because I said I was gonna go.
Did I tell you it was
go to all
dumb?
four.
I told you it was dumb, didn't I?
You know, like what we said about it being too crowded? It was so crowded that I couldn't even imagine how crowded it could be.
Were people able to skate?
What, do you think you're gonna be the only one there?
I was like,
Did you like set up a tripod for like 30-second?
Did you go early?
Shutter?
No, I didn't go early. I went right as the fireworks were about to get. Okay, so this is like okay. So when you go to City Hall, there's like a fence, like a waist height fence around the whole City Hall, right?
Sure.
So what they did was they put maybe like a 9-foot fence around the whole thing, and then there's entrance ways, right, that were now basically completely blocked off to like a doorway size. So there's maybe 3 ways to get in and out, and imagine like
Wow.
maybe like
those.
10,000 people in a sardine can trying to escape. And what ended up happening is people started breaking down the fucking fences to try to escape because it was basically like stuck in traffic for like forever. And people started climbing the fence, and I literally thought a mob was gonna begin and people were gonna start fighting each other to get out because that's how crazy it was.
You know what was your first mistake, right?
Going to it.
Exactly.
It was terrible. And also the fireworks is so garbage. It was like, I think 5 minutes of fireworks. So it was so shit compared to like the...
Canada Day?
yeah, Canada Day one. Canada Day one's so much better. The tree was like... The one in
You know what?
Eaton Center is actually better than the tree
I
outside.
wouldn't, wait, there's fireworks there? Do you know why there wouldn't be that much fireworks? Because there's so many fucking tall buildings there.
It was also raining too a
But
bit.
they always do fireworks at the City Hall, like
For a couple kids.
New Year's and like Canada Day.
Canada Day, they don't do it. They do it over the water at the beach.
Oh, they don't do it at the City
I
Hall.
don't believe
They do New Year's there though, I know
Yeah,
that.
New Year's they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
New Year's
because they have
there.
concerts and everything too.
You know why? Because you don't go to New Year's because it sucks. Don't go to that too.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be the same shit all over again where you can't escape. You're gonna break a fence down.
Speaking of the Eaton Center Christmas tree, I heard it's like the biggest one they've had ever.
I saw this tree. I was like, "Fuck, this tree's huge." It's like 3 stories high almost.
You know what pissed me off? I think there was
it
one
real?
year. Huh? Oh.
Is it a real tree?
I don't know. If there was a real tree, this is a fucking
Yeah, that's what
badass
pissed me
tree.
off.
This tree has a fucking huge dick. Basically.
No, but one year they had some sort of like artsy type of dumb tree. So it wasn't a real tree. You know how like at each time they normally have the real tree with Swarovski crystals?
So you're saying that tree at Eaton's right now is probably a real tree
I haven't seen it yet.
because this tree is fucking massive.
Hit it up on
Wait,
Google.
does it look like it's a real tree?
It looks like a
I'm
real
saying
tree.
there
No,
have
but-
been years that's not even a tree. It's just something that's supposed to be a tree.
Oh, like an artsy piece
Yeah,
almost.
so
Oh,
dumb.
no, it looks like a real tree.
Yeah.
But you can't tell because there's when you look
There's
at
so
this
much
thing,
stuff on it.
there's so much light. It's like almost seizure inducing.
But yeah, don't fucking go to those events anymore.
Well, I'm going to go to the what is the Christmas market thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Dan's gonna go to it soon too. But I think that'll be much better than the
Distillery District, right?
yeah, that one.
That's gonna be another big mistake. Do you go to Distillery District now? Like how often do you go?
I go like twice a year, aside from Christmas market.
Oh, so it's pretty good then.
Yeah, I enjoy going. I enjoy going to Distillery District. I
No,
really-
because every time I go, it's not even a special event time. It's always a bitch just of like find parking.
yeah, well, you gotta not park that close to it. You gotta park at there's across the. Remember I told you the secret across the road thing? Why did you listen to me last time?
Listen to the podcast last week.
God damn it, I told you where to park. Go south of Lakeshore, there's a ghetto-looking, like, plot of land. You pay the guy $5, and then that's how you get in. And it's cheap, and it's efficient.
Sure, I don't know. Fuck. So what are you talking about today?
Alright, so John Tory is introducing a kind of a shitty thing, I think, to all of us think. So he wants to try to introduce a toll on the DVP and the Gardner.
For the people that's not from Toronto, DVP and Garner is the name of our highways.
Yeah, so
It's like the only highways we have.
yeah, to get into the city, it's the only 2 highways we have.
It's ridiculous.
It's kind of equivalent to freeways in the States, right?
Yeah.
You would say, yeah. It'd be nice to just have a number.
Well,
so
except
people don't
for
get
they
confused.
have more ways to get in than
Yes,
just 2.
It's the 404 and the 401. 403.
DVP's called 403?
No, the Gardner? Doesn't that connect to the 403?
I don't know. It connects to the QEW.
It's 407.
Because 404...
No, 427. It's the 427.
No, 427 goes
It's
north
vertical.
and south.
Yeah.
Yeah, it connects with the Gardner, connects with the
Yeah,
427 going north.
Gardner splits into the 427 and the QEW.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
QW's 403.
Is it? But the thing is, DVP isn't 404. 404 connects to the DVP.
All right, whatever.
it's
Okay, fuck
practically
it.
the
Doesn't,
same
Okay,
shit.
people.
it doesn't matter, right?
Practically
Anyway,
the same shit.
So the toll he wants to do is 125 to 325. So it can potentially be as much as a token charge, basically, to drive on this fucking shitty ass.
One way.
Yeah, one way. And then he wants to expect it to raise like 300 million a year, and it's supposed to go to fixing up the roads and expanding the transit line. So he wants to kind of expand Scarborough Transit, like adding a subway or
Yeah.
expanding bus or something, whatever the plan is, right? So the only thing is I have a problem with like if they introduce like a toll and like let's imagine like you're like some like poor family, right? Like so you saved up all year for your like 98 Corolla or something, right?
First of all, working in insurance, don't buy a fucking Corolla. That shit is expensive. Okay, it's so common.
Don't buy a
The way
Civic
that-
too. The
Don't buy a
is,
Civic.
Yeah, Civic is the worst.
The way that insurance works is it doesn't make any sense, but because there's a lot of those cars out on the road, there's a lot more claims. Therefore,
Yeah.
insurance companies will be like, this is a very high rated vehicle, so we're going to charge it a lot. Get something like a fucking Mazda 3 or something.
Yeah, it's not as common. Or a Subaru. That's not as common too.
You know what?
And safer.
They say insurance rates on Subaru is supposed to be really cheap because it's also safe. It's not that cheap.
Get a Hyundai or a Kia. Don't care if people make fun of you, okay?
Or unless you're trying to pick up chicks.
In a Kia?
In a Hyundai Genesis?
Oh my god. No.
Oh.
The Kia Optima. Hold on. The Kia Optima
That's nice.
looks
That's
fucking
nice.
amazing.
The later
vehicles
ones
look good.
The recent ones don't look that great though.
Huh?
The ones from previous years.
Yeah,
look
yeah.
great.
When
But
they had the Audi
recently-
designer do it,
Yeah.
that was
But
fucking
recently it
excellent.
looked like it went back down a grade.
What's that wagon one? It starts with a V.
The V.
V.
Yeah, it starts with a V.
From Kia?
It's Kia or Hyundai. I don't know. It's a wagon. It looks really sporty.
Veloster?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the hatchback, not way.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like a 3-door hatch.
Yeah.
It looks pretty nice, to be honest.
Because it looks aggressive. It only has like 120 horsepower. It's
Yeah.
like-
What is turbo though?
no, the turbo's 180.
Just buy that
The
shit.
non-turbo is.
Wait, 180 was that 1.4 liter engine?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
And also, don't buy an old car. You think that you get an old car, you're only going to save money if you don't care about the damage on your vehicle, because then you can remove those coverages.
Yeah,
But
honestly.
if you're getting full coverage, you're paying a shit ton of money on that. Those are little insurance tips just from me.
It's just maintenance too. Like
Call me
a
out,
lot,
I'll
a
stay.
lot of people like don't realize that if you buy a car, there's so much maintenance for old cars that you have to deal with. And then like if you fuck up and you fail your emission test, oh my god, you
Yeah.
gotta repair like out the ass.
Yeah. Okay, even though this has nothing related, do you know the how the emissions test works now? So if you fail, you can pay to fix, but if you fix it, but you spend over $450 and it still doesn't pass, you get a temporary pass.
No fuck.
Yeah, because I guess the
You gotta
government
bribe your way out. Like
no, because I guess the government don't want you to spend like tens of thousands just to get your car fixed just to pass the test, right?
so they want to take your money through the
Yeah.
toll instead. So
Yeah.
you save your money on your emission, but you pay it through taking the toll now.
No. I'm saying you fix the car for $450.
Oh.
They'll set a limit.
Oh, I
Right.
see. Oh, okay. To fix it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's good. That's fine. Because cars are so expensive, right? Like, how are you supposed to afford like these things? Like,
Yeah. fuck.
It's counterintuitive when they're trying to like make the country more green.
well, I think. Well, the thing is, like, okay, so places like Europe already have tolls like this, right? So during like business hours, so from 9 to 5, they basically charge people to come into the city.
Also, like how we have our electric bills. There's peak hours.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So it reduced their traffic by a lot.
No, our tolls are like that right now too. 407.
That's how the 407 is.
It's charged by peak hours.
Well, I mean, like entirely, like not during peak hours. There's no tolls
Oh
on
no.
it.
Yeah.
But the 407 is privately owned. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't even
yeah.
go back to the people. Here's one thing that they do in Beijing that might work. They have like a lot of cars and a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Depending on your license plate, you can only go into the city on certain days, like every other day.
Oh yeah, that ring shit.
Yeah, they have rings, so it's like districts, like Hunger Games.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like in certain days, you can only go in these certain rings, and then like certain days you can go into the center of the city.
How are you
and
supposed to
stuff like that.
remember this shit? How complex is this ring system?
I think it's just every other day, so it's either you can or you can't.
Oh, okay, so there's alternate.
Yeah.
What about the people on the other days? How did they get in?
So
Subway?
it's yeah. If you need to get into the city, you have to take transit or something like that. So 50% of the people can go in on these days. 50%
I wouldn't want to drive in Beijing. That
Yeah,
shit's
I wouldn't
scary.
drive in Beijing too. It's fucking scary.
It is
there.
crazy.
Did you hear about that time when fucking the traffic jam was for like 13 days?
what
I think it was 13 days.
On the highway, right?
Yeah.
do you do then? Do you like sleep in your car? Or you ditch your car
Yeah. No, people stay in and move whatever little bit that they
for 13
can.
days? How do
Yeah.
they survive?
There's street vendors that's selling them cup
Oh,
noodles.
that's so
And,
fucking
each day
smart.
the prices go up.
You get more and more desperate to get out.
Quick tip in Beijing as well too. If you're in Beijing, if it's green and telling you to walk, it doesn't necessarily mean you can walk. Like, you better fucking check your roads.
I think that's just in general in Asia.
Probably
when you're
all in
doing
Asia.
that, it's
Pedestrians
so
do not
scary.
have right of way.
Actually,
Yeah.
in Japan is really good.
Yeah, except for Japan. Japan is the only one that's good.
No, because I know now. I remember. Okay, when I went to Beijing roughly 8 years ago, crossing the street when I was going to Tiananmen Square was like a death trap.
It is.
I really-
That's where I almost got hit.
Yeah, and
Isn't
now,
there like motorcycles going crazy too? Like it's just like weaving through people.
I haven't seen a lot of motorcycles actually. Like maybe a few scooters.
Well,
but there's
yeah,
a lot
like
of cars.
I mean like scooters. Like
Yeah.
and also now in Beijing. Well, I'm assuming this is new. When I went a few years ago, they actually have underground street crossings.
So like kind of like Toronto, the underground path.
No, this is just literally just across the street.
Oh damn, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Well, some places have the bridge over, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too. It was just so scary because 8 years ago when I went, I was with like a school program, and I was trying to bring a bunch
Wait, they took you to Beijing in a school program?
No, I was in the school program in Beijing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was
Like an exchange program almost.
You could think of that too.
okay, I thought
And
it was
I
like
was-
your school flew
And
out
I had
there.
a lot of little Korean kids with me that I was helping supervise too. Right? So,
Beijing?
yeah. So I was trying to get them across the street to make, and hopefully they'll survive.
What the fuck? Were you using them as tests? So if they don't die, then you're gonna go.
Pretty much. But yeah, fucking Beijing. It's so scary to drive there.
That's also very interesting how other cities around the world handle this. Like, cause in India, what they wanted to try to do to like fix the traffic issue and like was basically to have the lights like actually make them really really smart to detect cars coming, like how many cars are coming in one direction.
Yeah.
And then set them all to green so everyone goes at the same time.
We have stuff similar to that here, no?
But people don't follow those lights, do
Yeah,
they?
no.
Well, it's not like good. Like the sensors aren't good. Like it's basically so like let's say like I don't know what the optimal distance they want you to travel like, but let's say like
50 kilometers per hour. Talking about Adelaide, right?
yeah, but that kind of sucks because there's so
Yeah.
much construction and shit. But let's say like they want you to go like minimum 8 lights at a time, right?
Oh, I mean like that.
Yeah, because they can't always have it green for you because that's impossible, right?
Because I know for Adelaide, a street downtown, it's a wave. So I think as long as you keep this one optimal speed,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
hit every single
Yeah,
green.
basically, yeah.
And
That's
if you miss it, you hit every single red.
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
I mean, I'm such a dick. So you know how...
Slow down and force them to hit the
Wow,
red.
you're a
No.
fucking asshole.
No, I'm not talking about Adelaide, but you know how some lights you have the left turn lights?
Yeah,
Do you know how that's triggered?
yeah, with the high beams.
No, what?
What?
No.
Are you talking about the ground sensors?
Yeah. So it will be like the third car.
So you fucking wait
I'll
a fu-
stop right on that spot and just to
Oh
like trigger
my
that
God.
left turn signal, just so I can make the turn.
Some have like sensors on the front, so they try to detect the lights. So you have to shine
Yeah,
your
that's
lights.
what people tell me. So
Really?
I high beam. It doesn't do shit.
Yeah,
I never even heard about
depends
this.
where.
That's a
But yeah,
good tip.
the ground one. There's one where I live, turning left onto the highway.
Where's
it's
that?
the second car. So I always wait at the second car
Yeah.
spot.
All
so
these
that,
small streets then. Right?
yeah, because if I wait at the first light, I don't get the left turn light. If I wait a second spot, I get the left turn light.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be no chump and wait.
Yeah.
Fucking bitches.
Even though there's no traffic, I still do it anyways just to get the light.
What were we talking about again?
So the toll into Toronto. So are you guys gonna take the DVP or the Gardner if that's in place?
I think it really depends for me
Yeah.
because like right now, even if I have to go downtown, I'm really hesitant to drive down there, and I would rather just like park at Fairview and TDC down.
Oh, you could get your car towed though.
What?
Parking at the mall?
They have proper parking there, don't they?
Really? I don't know, cause I knew someone who parked at the Fairview Mall and went to Seneca College. He got the car towed
Really?
because it's private property, right? Like the mall.
Well, how do they know?
But they have
Honestly,
the separate parking for the.
Oh
the-
yeah, that
the
might
TDC
yeah,
area.
Yeah, that might be different, right? But someone we knew from Tim Hortons, they did that. Had the car towed.
I was gonna say like I have to
Damn,
rethink my.
you're really lucky. Like holy shit.
Because you know how a lot of those parking lots saying maximum 3-hour parking, so it's
I
pretty
think that's
much
what they
aimed
do
at
at
those people.
Yorkdale. So
Yeah, any mall parking, they'll have a security monitor, right?
Yeah.
If they can see someone park their car and walking anywhere other than the mall,
yeah,
then they'll probably report it.
because what Yorkdale does, which is really shitty, is they have people before the parking. They you go up to them. They're like, "What are you doing here?" And you're like, "Getting food." And they're like,
Yeah.
"All right, go." And they're like, "What if
Yeah.
I can just say anything I want? You don't care? What are you trying to filter through?" Like I'm like, "Oh, I'm parking here so I can take the streetcar down or take the subway downtown." They're like, "No, go away." Like, what the hell?
I think that you'll get those questions if it happens very often. Because I was at Shoppers Drug Mart parking lot once.
Yeah.
We parked there to go to a hospital. When we came back on in the car, the security guard is like, "Hey, where'd you guys go?" Right?
Well, that's because you were abusing the system.
Wow, they're fucking on your ass. Why didn't you go inside and buy something and then come back out?
No, wait, no. I think what actually happened was I actually got my car on time, and I was waiting for someone else to get to their car, and then be like, "Are you waiting for someone in this car?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then they asked me, "Where are they?"
You're
And
in
then,
the hospital right there.
no, we said in the Shopper Drug Mart.
Yeah.
Luckily, they actually went to Shopper Drug Mart to buy a drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
So then the security guard was all apologetic. I'd be like, "Yeah, damn straight."
You should have taken that drink and throw it in his face and like, fucking bitch.
Yeah, he was explaining to us how that was the situation, and we were like, "Yeah, fucking assholes, right?"
I know, like, fuck. Should have been like, God, dude, I hate these people like that, right? Who park here and go to that hospital right there to visit their family.
Abusing the system. God damn it.
Yeah, that's why we end up getting our highways turned to tolls because they was cheating the system.
It's true.
But
Yeah, well, you gonna take it, Wayne?
yeah, I'll still take it. I wouldn't. So for me to drive, for me to decide whether I'm gonna take the DVP or not, I'm gonna have to like take into consideration of like traffic within the local roads. Will I be wasting more gas or not?
Cost of parking.
Oh, yeah.
No, cost of parking doesn't matter.
Downtown? You didn't drive downtown?
No, regardless, I'll be driving.
Well,
It's either
whether
local roads
it's...
or DVP.
Oh, so you're not gonna...
Fuck
Taking
that.
TDC is
I'm
not
no
even
chump.
in consideration. Okay, then. I guess I'm a chump.
I think I'm just gonna avoid the DVP entirely and just go up like Don Mills or something like that.
But you know what? No. Okay, because the way that DVP is right now, it has so much traffic. If this toll reduces traffic on the DVP, I might be happy with it. Because you know what? $2, if it's say $2 each way,
Yeah.
it's not that bad. Because if we are stuck in
$4.
traffic, you're probably burning that much gas.
You think so?
Maybe not. Because you know, okay, for me to take from where I live down to go downtown,
Yeah.
I think roughly it normally takes me 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes to get downtown.
Sure.
During rush hour, it could go up to like an hour 20. Sometimes.
So I was thinking of this more like, so if you calculate it more in terms of like a single mom, right? So
Oh, you'll take it for sure. You don't want to be stuck in the car with a crying baby.
no, but okay. So let's say this. So let's say your family that's making like, what's the
Say 50,000.
no, I was
a
gonna
family?
go, like,
Below poverty?
Yeah, so like, is that like 25, 30-ish?
Sure,
family,
30K.
Right? That's around
30K.
like 30K. So it's 30K for family, right? So if you take this and let's say it's like that $2 toll, right? In a week, that's like freaking, what is that? $4 a day.
$20.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking they would go on the weekends too, because groceries and stuff. But I guess they would stay around their area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're Chinese and you need to go to a Chinese supermarket.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So then let's say $20. So that's like basically 80, or potentially like
Yeah.
100, right? Depending on the week.
Yeah, but you
Or
know,
not.
okay, but you got to take into consideration whether local roads will increase your gas usage, right?
Yeah, but regular.
So-
I don't think regular people think about that. I think regular people just think what's the upfront cost, right? So,
Yeah.
if it's $100 extra, let's say, for a low income family to have to pay, like that's quite a lot for them.
It is a lot.
Yeah, because that's basically their meal for a week or something,
Yeah.
right? That's a
And
lot.
I have a feeling, if anything, they'll probably get subsidized. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I think.
For low income, it's the same deal with, you know how under $4 meals is only one tax.
Is it?
Yeah, $3.99 and under.
What's under that much?
Back then, there were like the daily deals at McDonald's. It was
Yeah.
only 5% tax.
So if you get a junior chicken now, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I
As
never noticed.
anything under $3.99 is only 5% tax.
Damn, because I
interesting.
always get two junior chickens. I can never just get
So
one.
it's like, so if you're really cheap,
Make 2 orders.
yeah, you make 2 orders. Like, can I get
Just
one junior
separate.
chicken? Can I get
Yeah.
another one junior chicken again?
Who gets one? You gotta get like at least 2. Like,
I
you
heard
know?
the purpose of that is to help low income families.
Yeah, you know that would. Yeah, I'm really like.
But it's not going to help them because they're not going to just get them one junior chicken. They're
Yeah,
gonna
they're
need-
gonna
But back then there were special meals that were under $4. Like, I still remember back then when we worked at Tim Hortons. I had one guy. He didn't really yell, but so he always gets one coffee.
I remember
There's always
this
one
guy.
price.
Yeah, I remember.
And then if he gets like more than 3 drinks, he'll be like, "Why does it cost that much? One drink is only this much." And then I'll have to explain to him over $4 is 15% at the time.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, "If that's the case, why do you separate for me?" I'm like, What the fuck? That's not my problem, right?
He wants you to do every individual thing. Like, oh my god.
There are
But
some customers that so.
But if you're buying a meal for your family, you're gonna order all together anyways.
No man, you gotta separate this shit now, man. You gotta do it separately. Now that I actually never knew that, I'm gonna actually buy one junior chicken at a time now. I'm gonna buy one, and then since I don't eat both at the same time. If I'm gonna sit down at McDonald's, I'm gonna eat one first and come back and buy one later, so it's also fresh.
But you have to wait in line.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a thingy button.
That's so
thing.
slow. You know, I find that takes a lot longer than having them punch it in for you.
No, maybe you're just slow because I can like bam, you know, like.
Because it's like you pick the category, then you pick the combos, then you have to pick the drink. No, you have to pick the size of the drink, pick the size of fries, and so on.
Does it ask you if you want to supersize?
No, you have to.
You pick the size of fries.
So that they're losing out on that. That was what made them a ton of money.
Yeah.
Do you want to upgrade your fries?
I'm sure they'll annoy you with that eventually. You know, they just want people to actually use it right now.
Are they still allowed to ask that?
I don't know.
After the movie,
Why not?
you mean?
Yeah.
They're like shunned against from doing that now.
Why not? It's upselling.
Remember, like in.
It's upselling, but then it's also encouraging people to be obese.
Do you
So-
remember in Timmy's where they asked us if they want some whatever the hell with that, like some Timbits or some shit and donuts?
I hate this. Yeah,
strudel?
No.
No,
They
that's-
actually want us to ask for if they
want
want a donut on the side. I never did that.
Or
Yeah, I
muffin,
never
right?
did that too. I was like, what? Who the fuck wants that? No one. If they're gonna want that, they're gonna tell us. They
Yeah.
want that. No one's gonna say, oh yeah, I changed my mind. I do want a donut. That sucks.
But isn't it like if you get a donut, it's like an extra like 15 cents or something?
No, we're asking them if they want a donut. Like
With their
regardless
coffee.
With
no,
anything.
regardless,
Just anything.
Yeah.
No matter what the hell it is.
Yeah, that's
You
stupid.
just want a donut?
Yeah, you know, there's one time I think for some reason I actually had to ask that because I guess the manager was watching me.
Oh,
they actually
man.
said, "You know what? I would." I'm like, "Fuck."
Oh my god, you're like, shit, it worked! My whole
God
life.
damn it.
Yeah, my whole life. I gotta change the whole meaning now.
Let's go back to tolls. How do you guys feel about it? Are you gonna are you gonna be one of those people that's gonna be like, I'm gonna sign a fucking petition to
Yeah, that's like, you know what?
appeal this?
That's exactly what I wanted to do was sign a petition to get the shit like banned.
You know, I really don't mind if it's gonna reduce the gridlock on it, because I really hate driving for an hour or 20 minutes just to get home.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. Like for us, it's okay, but for like people with low income, it's not okay.
Oh yeah, it's not
You know?
okay.
It's
But
okay
you
for
know,
us.
it's gonna be registered to your car.
If they're low income, they shouldn't be driving anyways. You can afford that.
No,
shit.
but okay, but you're
Sometimes you have to go far.
you have to take your kids to some daycare, right? Or you have
What?
to take your car.
You know how expensive daycare is?
Don't
You
they got
can't afford
grandparents?
daycare.
No, I know, but if you don't have any options, right? If you don't have family here, if you don't, you have to do what you gotta do to.
Well, what
take care of your
happened with
family.
you? They just left you there.
Well, you know,
It's illegal now.
Yeah,
I think,
exactly.
right?
Like if you're a
Soft
parent,
ass
you have to do
children.
what you have to do. You have to have a
Yep.
car in order to take care of your family, and
Yeah.
you have to pay this toll. Then,
But you know,
right?
what I see is, so obviously it's gonna be camera based
Yeah.
or a transponder based.
Imagine it was just one guy on the DVD. Stop! Let me check your shit.
No, but yeah, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be all recorded onto a system on a license plate, and then there's gonna be a new line on your when we claim our taxes saying how much they pay for your
Automatic deduction.
yeah, or like pretty much not incentive, but what's that word? Is incentive not a rebate? You know how sometimes like you like bring
refund?
Your, yeah, let's say a refund. Pretty much,
A
you'll probably-
return.
Yeah, like you'll have this much for this year. Let's say that, right? And there'll be
Credit?
yeah, credit. What do you think of that earlier?
I don't know. You're the guy who's a fucking in finance. Why can't you think of
Man,
that word?
that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's gonna be on your tax saying you.
Man, that was a hard word. Man, I was like,
You'll deduct
I was
this
like,
much back.
what word are you thinking about?
It's like those deductions for when you like send kids to like programs or whatever, and then the government will be like, "We're gonna give you back this much for doing this shit."
Yeah. It's like that when you donate, right? You get a credit for it. You get a tax credit.
Yeah. So you know what? I think I'm fine with that. With having a toll, if it's forced upon everyone, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, if it helps everyone, I'm cool with it. It's not like I use it
it's
anyways.
like if the money is put in a good place, which is never
nothing,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's never going to be put in a good place. Repairing the road is okay. Them putting into the subway, which is not.
No,
gonna
I have a
happen.
problem with them repairing the roads because it's always being repaired.
like the 401. Like it's
Like
always
no,
repaired.
like every single fucking road in Toronto.
Yeah. It's because they suck at repairing shit, and it's like unionized.
They need to get this Japanese ones, man.
Do you
need
know what
to
they
go
say
to-
about
no.
Toronto? Toronto has 2 seasons: winter and construction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so bad. Even in Vancouver, they do it so fucking fast there, and they're still in Canada.
You know, I saw this thing online one time. It was like these roads that are built out of like solar panels, And
Yeah,
basically,
it's called solar roadway.
what?
That's what it's called, solar
Serious?
roadway. Yeah.
Yeah, it lights up and shit, right? So
Yeah.
you can see where you're driving at night too. That's some gangster shit, and it'll heat up the roads too, so it doesn't get wet.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in an ideal world, that would be a lovely thing to do, but it doesn't generate enough power to sustain.
Yeah.
It's so the person who proposed it, or I guess it was a couple who proposed it, but basically their prototype doesn't work properly.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it doesn't generate enough to cover.
that'd be cool though.
Yeah, that if someone else can go back and like perfect that, it doesn't even have to like generate
Elon Musk.
equivalent.
Yeah.
The equivalent amount of like energy. It just needs to like be good enough, and then make
Yeah.
it modular so that you can upgrade it later.
And you know what I hate about our roads too? Do you guys have issues with seeing the lines at night or during rain?
No.
No,
Really?
No, I don't
Oh.
have that.
Maybe it's 'cause my
I
car
think
is
it's-
very dark.
Yeah, maybe you tinted your car. That's why there's a legal limit, maybe you passed the legal
No,
limit.
but the thing is, you don't tint your windshield.
Yeah, that's true too. But everything in my car is very dark. Like if I'm driving an underground parking lot, I have to roll down the windows.
Seriously,
anyways.
you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
But there are these reflector tapes that I see when you drive
Yeah,
roadside. They're like bright red. You can see them from a distance away. Why
Bright
don't
red?
they use that shit? Yeah, bright red or bright orange. I don't know. Like
White.
people use it to put on their like
Oh no, but I
mailboxes and stuff
know
like that in the countryside.
a lot of the roads, the new paint, they're reflective, or sometimes they'll have a little marker there too, that reflects light.
The
Like
ones I've
actual
seen in
reflect-
Markham are shit.
Well, I wouldn't be
You can't
surprised.
see anything in Markham.
Yeah, this is the last place where you want to have crappy road markers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
But
know
on that-
Markham Road, right above north of the 407.
Yeah.
They have it's 2 lanes that goes into one that goes down the bridge.
Oh yeah,
and comes
I know
up,
that
right?
one.
They have like a bunch of these poles there because they don't want people to like.
That's
cut
the
in
solution
front.
is fucking poles.
Yeah, and it apparently has these reflector tapes.
Oh my god.
Within a day, every time they replace it, within a day, somebody else fucking drives over them.
Oh my
Bet you they're always Asian.
I'm guilty. I did it once.
Oh my god. I bet there's always a Lexus RX 350 that hits it.
Oh.
A white Lexus.
But it's so stupid because like it has these shitty reflector tapes that don't even work. Like if they put those like crazy ones that you see in the countryside, people will see that shit. Like it's just that people can't see those reflectors at all at night. It's retarded. There's no point of them there.
So I guess it's very mixed about whether this is a good or bad thing because Billy's such a dick.
What do you mean?
What?
I
You
don't-
say, aren't you against it?
Oh yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You guys are for it?
I don't mind it.
I don't care because I don't use it. Like
Yeah.
I don't like driving downtown. If somebody else is
That's
driving,
exactly
I'm
why I
cool.
think the freaking guy is passing, because he doesn't have to take it. Like, regular people have to take it. Like, I have to fucking take that shit. Because I live downtown, I have to go up. This is how I came up here. I had to take the goddamn DVD. You guys don't have to come down to me.
All right, people. We're gonna end it off here because our Billy's just gonna keep shouting at the mic. But yeah, keep
Just-
listening, subscribe, share. I think Billy has something to say. What was that, Billy?
Fuck you.
Okay, that wasn't much. I think I might need to cut that out.
We
But
have no tolls for you subscribing and sharing. There's no fees
It would be
associated.
great though. Just saying. Anyways, have a good night, everyone.
Peace.
It's not night.
Oh, whatever. Good. Good day.
Have a good day, everyone.
Pip pip.